Hey guys, this is my second take of this video, so I'm going to try and make it very sweet, short, sweet, simple for you. So let's talk about the follow-up system. This is the way that I do it. I've tried every other way. I started doing the system in the very beginning when I started my business 5 years ago. I've gone through every system there is, and I'm back to the system because it's simple. It's so easy. Anyone can do it, okay? So let's make this super short and easy. So this is how I do it. First step when I do my follow-ups is I go onto the computer and I go to my back office and I check to make sure that any orders in my back office are on my paper calendar. So I just actually checked this because I already made a video and I decided I did not like the way that I was explaining it. I felt like it was super confusing, so I'm redoing it. So I actually didn't have this order on the paper, but I do now because I already did the video. So we go into our back office and we check on our orders, and I had this order come in the middle of one of my work days. I immediately thanked her because that's just the process that we do. We talked about in the first video, we have these things that we automatically do that are routine habits. You know, we check our email throughout our day. We see an order come in, we automatically go find that person. However you know them, whether it's email, Facebook, Instagram, however, text message, whatever it is, you automatically thank them, right? So I know I automatically thanked her, but now I'm doing my follow-ups, whatever day of the week that you do that. So what I'm doing is I go to her order and I go to my calendar. My internet's so slow. And I go to the day that she actually ordered, and I'm gonna write down her name, TY for thank you. I check marked it because I know I already automatically thanked her that day. And I write down exactly what she ordered. So she ordered a 4D, a liquid foundation, and I write down the color, and I write down she ordered a brush cleaner and a shine cloths. Okay. So that's reflected in the back office. And I didn't have any other orders that I missed. So that's what I do automatically. That's the first step because I want to make sure everything is reflected correctly in the back office. Okay. So then from there, I think we should go into lash and carries because I want our calendars to reflect everything correctly. Okay. So lash and carry. If you're not using this app, I highly suggest using it. Lash and Carry is the free app through Younique, and it's not perfect, but it works well. I only got all my 4D Epic pre-orders logged in the other day. So you put it in, and it flows over into your back office.
You can go to your back office and go to here. I hope you can see this because it's really hard for me to see what you're seeing. And you go to your lash and carries. And you can see now everyone who ordered your lash and carries. So for me, this is super important because when you do a bulk order, sometimes you forget who ordered what, right? And what if, God forbid, what if your binder got lost, stolen, your car blew up, was in a horrible accident, and your binder was in there, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, and say you were only writing your lash and carries down on paper and you weren't putting them in a computer system, whatever that system is. Or you weren't backing up your computer system and you were using Excel or whatever the system is that you're using, and for some reason that system went bye-bye. That's why I really love this, because it's in your back office and it's there and it's all together. So I don't think I need to explain that anymore, but it's all there in the back office. Okay? So that's why I really like Lash and Carry. It's instant. It flows over. Like I said, it does have some flaws, but that's that. So I write down
my cash and carry, lash and carry. It's kind of a play off. So I put it in the system, and then I also write it down on paper. Okay. So that's that. If we can go over lash and carry a little bit more. I'm sorry, my brain is a little bit fried right now. Stayed up a little bit late last night. Okay, so that's that. So you want to get your recent orders into your binder, and you want to get your cash and carries into your computer and onto your binder. Okay, so now let's talk about how you actually do your follow-ups. So the first video I was doing, I was kind of going backwards, and I think this will be easier just to go forwards. So we're going to go to February. So as your orders come in, like I said, you're going to write them down. And the first thing I do is I write down the customer's name, and I write down what they ordered. I usually like to write down the colors, and I write thank you, and I check mark it as we go. Then, and like we talked about, the organization, and I usually like to do follow-ups on the same day of the week, and I schedule it into my binder, right? Into my calendar. So, whatever day that you want to pick it. You know, some people do like follow-up Friday because it's FF, whatever. That doesn't work for me because I work on Fridays. So, whatever day works for you. So for me, I thank her, and then I know if she ordered online, or even if I sent to her, like, it's going to take some time for her to get it, right? So I say 5-6 days, then I need to follow up with her for the first one, maybe even a week, right? So, so you write down the orders. And so this is something that you need to do. You need to do follow-ups every, 5 to 7 days. You can't do follow-ups every 2-3 weeks. Like, that is not going to work. Like, you're not going to have probably very happy customers, because then you're out of that 14-day love it guarantee. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not the best customer service. You want to make sure you're doing it. I would say at least every week. Stay on top of it, ladies. Okay. So you're going to write down your thank you, and then you're going to give it time to get there, and you're going to follow up. So, as you can see here, I did not do a very good job with this one. And I am the first to admit this. Look at this. She ordered on the 5th. If you look at my calendar, it took me, according to my calendar, now, if I look in the messenger, that doesn't necessarily mean that I didn't talk to her before then. It took me 15 days, according to my calendar, to follow up with her. Now, like I said, I don't know if that's true. I could go and look and see. That is unacceptable. Now, granted, she might have had it delivered. It might not have gotten to her until about here. So, who knows? But still, to me, I should have followed up to her way before then. Not cool, Melissa. Not cool. Okay, so I did my first follow-up. Like I said, I write down their name, and I write down first, and I check mark it to say, okay, I did it. Okay? So from there, after the first follow-up, I like to do 2 weeks after that. So we're just going to stick with this Lori Hernandez, whatever. Okay, so let's just follow her. So 2 weeks from here, I want to do a follow-up from her. This is what you kind of do, right? You do, the people say like 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. However you want to do it, that's kind of like 2-2-2. However you want to do it. Obviously, I was not doing 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Okay, so let's see when the next time I followed up with her was. That's 1. Okay, so that's 2 weeks there. Okay, so I did better there. Okay. And it looks like she ordered, and she ordered again. She actually, with 2 weeks after that, she ordered another.
So ladies, when I say the 2-2-2, I mean 2 days after delivery of the item, you want to follow up. And then 2 weeks after that, you want to follow up. And then 2 months after that. So that is what the 2-2-2 means.
It's so easy. Okay, so she has started to order frequently from me. So if you look again, okay, so she ordered, so I should have been following up. So now I thanked her for this order, and then I probably followed up with her again from the last order. Okay, so now if you look, okay, what's the deal, Melissa? I don't see her name. I don't see her name. I don't see her name. So I'm teaching you a system, but then look at me. What's going on here? But I know I've talked to her since then. So let's go back and let's see. And so this is kind of things that you can do. So let's see. Let's search Lori, because her and I talk quite a bit now. So it took me a month to follow up with her, which that is just crazy. It was her birthday. I did follow up. I did message her here, but I said happy birthday to her. Lori H. Happy birthday. I didn't mention any products, but I figured if she had any issues with the product, she would have mentioned it. So we were keeping conversation. Do you know what I mean? So there was that. So sometimes follow-ups don't have to necessarily be, hey, how are you liking your products? Hey, how are you liking your products? Like you can still just kind of become friends. And then we were talking about, you should see these conversations. We're just becoming friends. Like we're talking about magnetic lashes and we're talking about her birthday and she's turning 60 and how she met her husband and like all this stuff. Like we're just building this really good relationship. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's how I basically do my follow-ups. So that wasn't the greatest example because that was just a really horrible example. I feel like every time I try to make a video, I give you guys the worst examples and it's like shooting myself in the foot because I'm trying to show you a good system and then I go and like show you the worst example in the world. So let's give you a better one real quick. Okay. So basically, in a nutshell, but that's what I do. And sometimes you're gonna have people that ignore you. Like you're gonna send them a thank you, and then you are gonna follow up with them, right? Like Jamie, this Jamie girl, she will randomly order really big orders from me, and she's been around for years. I'm like, just sign up, girl, and she won't. She will ignore me, but she will order $100, $200 every now and then, a couple times a year, even more than that. She won't sign up. I've asked her to do parties. She'll ignore me. I follow up with her. She might occasionally answer. She might occasionally not. It's just very random, but we have a really good relationship. It's fine. Like, don't fret if people ignore you. Now, if it's somebody that's new, like from a party, like I have a lot of orders from, like these are a lot of people from Epic events and stuff. Like, you know, I follow up with them. I give them the thank you. Some of them don't respond. It's fine. Or most of them are like thumbs up, whatever, cool. And then I follow up with them and I'm like, hey, how are you living your Epic? And if they're like, yeah, it's cool, it's good, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I follow up again for like the 2 weeks. So those are all the thank yous, right? These are all thank yous. And then here's all my like firsts. And then it's due now. Now it's time for me to send my seconds on these orders. I don't know if I'm confusing you guys. You know, if they're, I'm just going to keep sending those follow-ups. Hey, just making sure you're loving your products, you know, You know, if they don't respond from there, that's okay. I'll send them a third follow-up. And if they don't respond after the third follow-up, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to keep sending a follow-up, especially if they haven't ordered after like a third follow-up. You know what I mean? Now, I think other people might say other things. If you have someone that like I said, if you have someone that continuously orders from you and you continuously follow up with them and they don't respond to you, keep following up with them. Even if they do ignore you, that's fine. If they're still ordering, keep following up with them. You know what I mean? But if you have someone, like I said, that just ordered one time, you're not going to message them every stinking month because their product's probably, especially if it's like a mascara, the product's probably dead. You're not going to keep following up with them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a waste of your time. So give them the thank you, the first, the second, and then be done with it, you know? So that's pretty much it. I hope that makes sense. We went over the lash and carry. So you just give them the thank you. You do the first, you do the second, and then you go from there. You ask for a party. Like when they respond back, oh my gosh, I love it so much. That's when you go in for, actually, you should offer the opportunity first. That's really kind of like, you know, offer the opportunity, then offer a party, then offer, you know, a kudos or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of the follow-up system.